Friday, wake your game up.
First of the
I can make things move. I can make things move.
I said quarterback shit when I said I said quarterback shit when I'm under the center. Game plan sick, talking under the weather. You know what we doing? I need that all expense paid inclusive. I'm the plug, so I'm plugged into it. About money like we Jewish white Christmas. I'm Scrooge, bitch. My mood is on cruise ship. If you ain't tuned in, you ain't vibing with my moon man. I move shit like Kerry. I'm the cold truth, Fletcher Reed, Jim Carrey. Everything mooey, that mean the price varies. Need that designer cream shit and all Ben and Jerry's. Cream get the money like 36 chambers. Basket Robin shit, 31 flavors. Keep it moving, keep it moving.
I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move.
Everything on me. Yeah, tell him Bogart Scott free. Lottie Dottie, fuck with blow shoot, throwing 5 Molly. Heard I carry weight, move packs like a dolly. And I stay fuming, clock me doing Godspeed. Business booming, back-to-back trips moving multiple units. Got mules, got universal soldiers, getting money for sure. Yeah, we ain't shrugging shoulders. You think I'm lucky getting over, made it far, cause I'm sharp, fuck a 4-leaf clover. On my 89, minus the flat top. Getting packs off, smoking on the cash crop. Money talk, if you're broke, then you can't talk. Play a never-ending ball game, Sandlot.
I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move. I can make things move.
Getting money when I land there. Smoking all loud so I can't hear. And if your boys bring the noise, all y'all bitches getting scraped pap smear. Codeine got me leaning, pizza. Put your boy on point, pyramid of Giza. I'ma rock like this till I'm an old geezer. No pizza parlor, but we deliver pizzas. Ask Uncle Sam, I'm taxing. Look, my no hands telepathic. I can make things move, I'm carefully calculated when I make these moves. I run shit, don't let me get loose. I'm all about my decks, trying not to get goosed. Keep it moving.
Yes, sir.
Yes, welcome.
It's Friday.
Welcome. Happy Friday, everybody. The first full week of the new year. Look at us. We are smashing through 2026 like 3-eye Atlas through the interstellar. How you guys doing this morning?
We're doing good. I know
Never been
JD's
better.
happy his team's in the natty.
Woo.
Yeah, shout out to the Hurricanes. Shout out to the fella.
I caught the highlights. Basically, it just went through that last 4 or 5 minutes of the game was amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I forget the quarterback of
And they
Ole Miss.
almost
He was trying to throw that game away. So all game he was trying to throw it away.
Yeah, but you know, even at that final throw in the back of the end zone, the corner. That was an actual money throw. Just good
Yeah, for the
coverage and
touchdown to take the
yeah,
lead.
The pass
yeah.
interference one.
Nah,
You
he's
know,
talking about the
pass
touchdown.
interference, the touchdown, the one in the end zone, the very last toss for the touchdown. That was an impressive throw. It just couldn't come up with it. It was a good defense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
trying, yeah. You know what's funny? We've been drafting on this, you know, um,
Fantrax.
Fantrax. I don't even know my username because I'm trying to bring it up on a computer. And I've never done it, so I'm like, oh fuck, what is my username? But
I
anyways,
know, because then,
you know,
it's funny. This year we had to relog back in for some fucking reason. Like
Yeah.
everyone.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, anyways, you ready for the good old fashioned?
Well,
We
what
are
is that?
now tuned
Oh
into,
yeah, I forgot about that part.
you
Yeah,
know.
I almost forgot about that part, but luckily the cat man did it. Because if I would have remembered, I would have let you guys know you have tuned in to another live Friday edition of Play Your Game. Yeah,
That's right. I didn't even have to
yeah,
shake
that was
the
a good one.
controls.
I know, right? I knew
He's
something
right
was
on
off.
top of it.
At first, I was like, "We're
I'm
not going to the streets already, are we?" I was like, "Oh, that's right, the whole shtick." I forgot the whole shtick almost. Look at that. It's because we're smashing through space and time like 3i Atlas.
Hey, think you can tell us what to
all right, man. I'm excited for this fantasy playoff season. These are fun little tournaments, I call them, because it's not like a head to head. You just go in there, score as many points as you
It's
can,
a
and
rumble,
whoever,
huh?
yeah, it's
Everyone
like
gets in
a
there.
for the
Yeah,
waivers. The waivers are so fun because like by the Super Bowl, you're like picking guys that are probably not even sniffing the 53-man
yeah.
roster. You're like,
Yeah,
But as
my.
long as
there's
they're
a
in your lineup,
chance.
they can get you 1 point if they're on the team that wins.
Or whatever. Yeah. What do they take? How many players do they carry on game day, Lee?
What? It's
53.
53.
Is it 53?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
53.
52 with one
I know they
emergency
have
QB.
53 active players on the roster, but I didn't
Yeah.
know if there's like,
Yeah,
because I know
because
they
one
have
of them's
backup quarterbacks,
an
emergency or
emergency
whatever it is.
QB.
Hmm.
These teams started carrying emergency QBs now. And I call it the Brock Purdy rule, because when Brock Purdy, we're calling it the Josh Johnson rule, because when Brock Purdy went down in the NFC Championship and we had to go to Josh Johnson, and then the emergency QB was CMC, the league literally was like, okay, we're going to allow them to have this third emergency woo-wop, like you know what I mean, like that you can elevate the week of if you need to have them on hand. You know what I mean? And yeah, we've been seeing this a lot. That's why, and we're living in a day and age too, where the backup QB is very, very valuable. You know what I mean? Like, look at Nick Mullins. He's the backup for Trevor Lawrence. Nick Mullins was the practice squad guy for the Niners, and we would always constantly sign him to keep him away from everybody else. You know what I mean? He's like, got to keep an eye on our backups. You know what I mean?
All right. Yes. Everybody is game. Like this is it's like not anywhere near dynasty, but in a sense it is, because they're fighting for these names that are like semi-relevant sometimes.
Look at this. Look at this. There's only so many kickers. Only so many kickers, right? As soon as the kickers are
Oh yeah.
eliminated, and the other ones that are active are already on someone's roster, you could go and find Fantrax. They'll list punters and backup kickers, so you can pick them up, throw them in your lineup. Because if they're on a winning team, you get 1 point out of that. You know what I mean? Instead of putting a 0. Because if you don't
There
have a
you
kicker,
go.
what are you gonna do? Last year, I was like, who the fuck has a punter in there? I'm like, what? You can do that? I was like, yes.
Yeah, if they're filling the position.
Yeah, instead of just being okay with taking a donut, like throw a shot. It's like last year I lost to Lee, I think by like 8 points, 7 points. I had 8 spots to fill, and I had like Patrick Mahomes and a bunch of other players that were actually going, but I had 8 spots to fill. I filled them all with Chiefs guys that I could find. None of them were even starters, just anyone I could find. I had Carson Wentz as the backup, put him in my fucking my other super flex spot, like just because I had the Chiefs winning. And if I put Eagles guys, I would have won because I would have got 8 points out of those Eagles players. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's true.
All right. So I did. I know Bogey. You're probably in almost all of them, if not all of
I'm
them.
in all of them, and then like
Yeah.
I got coerced into joining Papa Goose.
Oh, okay, yeah. That one got
Yeah,
started.
Yeah,
it
it's
started.
done.
It finished in one day. It was only 11 rounds, and
Okay.
everybody was pretty much lit the entire time. So it was going. It was basically a fast draft, but it took like
All right.
maybe 4 hours.
Oh yeah, that's a fast draft.
It was.
Yeah, but like
We're struggling to finish
because
this
Papa
one
Goo,
today.
well, because I was trying to
The
get Papa
12
Goo
teamer.
to yeah the 16. Well, that it did start on Tuesday, but like yeah, it is. You know what it is shout out to Danny. That's King D's son. I don't know his direct contact, so it's like, you know, if anything, but maybe I'll just start tagging him because, you know, he's the one too. Was like sometimes I'm like, oh shit, he might time out. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, because I don't know if he's like paying attention to it, like, or, you know, like, see, this thing is like, I timed out one time, or like, I even got down like 20, 30 minutes a bunch of times
Well,
on a 2 hour clock.
I'm
'Cause
not
no
singling
one
out
let me know.
anybody.
But I'll let everybody know.
I'm sure I'm involved in it too because of my stupid sleep schedule and the way I have to deal with
Yeah.
manage my
Yeah,
team. But anyways, it's like
that'll be done today or tomorrow.
yeah, I'm crossing my fingers. You know, I'd like it to be done today.
What round are we? We're like round 10. We're round 10 over there.
I think we have like 5 more, or is it 3 more? I
I
forget.
think
I think
I'm actually. Hold on, I'm looking at it right now.
You're not in that one, Lee.
Oh, I'm sorry. Apologies.
Yeah, you're in the single QB though, which
Yeah.
we're moving along swimmingly over there too, right?
Yeah,
The
we're
single
at the 12-8
QB.
right now.
Yeah, in the single QB.
So we got 3 more. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're done with the 4. I'm in the 4 and the 5, and we just finished the 4. So the 4 and the 5 are finished. And then the 1 QB is still going for me. And I've got shit, I don't know if I have probably defensive players and kickers left to draft. It's a 2-hour clock and it stayed open till midnight, I noticed, or right around midnight when I went
Was
to
it?
work. Yeah, it was
That was
still
supposed to be 10
tickets.
o'clock.
It was
Supposed to be 10 o'clock West
I
Coast
was
time.
at work on the first night of the draft, whenever the draft opened.
He might have changed it because I did mention, I was like, what
Yeah.
time are they? So
Yeah,
he might change
we lucked out and it didn't affect anybody because the individuals that were drafting around that hour, they were they were awake and making the picks, so it wasn't a big thing. But
yeah.
it would have been big thing later on because somebody been like, "Yo, it's 4 o'clock on the East Coast. What are we doing?"
Tagging that motherfucker, huh? Hey, bro, make your pick, bro. My bad. I work in the morning.
Yeah, or probably not messing up the guy as much as the girl. You know, the wife or the girlfriend is probably like, whoa, where are you getting the text at 4 o'clock?
I said, money on my. I said, 4 in the morning, and the bitch want to know who I'm texting. There's money on my line, no question. That is, listen, you got that call in the middle of the night too, and then like I don't pick. Say like my girl be got cold to sleep, my phone will ring. It's a number I don't know. Click, just ignore it. Then she just, who the fuck is that? Right out the slumber. Who the fuck was that? I don't know. Some number I don't know. Call it.
Out for 30 minutes because I don't know my fucking username. It's okay. I'm logged in on the phone, so I guess that's the most important thing.
You gotta admire the security that they got on there, right?
I guess so.
Don't you try to take my fantasy teams, hackers.
Yeah.
Yeah, this shit is funny though, cause like, I
Steamboat.
have entirely too many Jags that I'm not comfortable.
Oh wow, I have 0 Jags. I did go Green Bay Packers, and now it's like, And then I'm referring to the one quarterback league because out of all the leagues this year, because it's the only one that's different. Um,
So what do you? Well,
and I went totally different from the standard 7 ones because I think I was back into the first round, so basically my builds are very very similar
okay.
in the 7 teamers, but the
I,
12
I made
teamer
I made a point to like outside of like Puka, like every
totally
time I had a
opposite.
chance to get Puka, I took Puka. But like I made a
Yeah,
point
I
to
couldn't.
like diversify in a lot of those first rounds. Like one of them, I got to share Drake May. I was like, okay, boom. But that was like the only QB I took in the first round out of any of these. And then, what I'm saying, like I ended up with a lot of Caleb and Trevor Lawrence and the Brock because they were just falling. You know what I mean? Like, and it's probably because people view Buffalo winning, and people. I mean, I try not to, but I kind of did draft along the lines of who in my mind I think is going to move forward. You know what I mean, and then the rest I took at value. Like, I don't necessarily think the Chargers will move forward in my mind. So it's like, but I still didn't stop me from taking some lads or some Amarions or. Hey, what's going on,
You're not the
Amarion?
only one that's fading Buffalo because I tell you right now, in a 12 team league, I was able to get
The
the
Josh
Josh
Allen,
Allen
James
James
Cook
Cook stack. I was like,
at the
wow.
12 spot.
I was like, okay, well, I'm rooting for the Buffalo Bills on this league, and then comes around and I'm like at the 3-4 looking at
Like fuck
K9
this.
and Sharps. I'm like,
Yeah, let me just go snap. Let me just go lock that down.
bam,
You
because
know what
I'm
I
at the
mean?
12, so I have to wait all this time before, and I'm like, again, sitting there looking at the receivers, going, I don't have a single receiver, but those fucking 2 receivers from nobody gives a shit about Green Bay receivers right now, so I'm gonna take their 2. So I took Watson and Dubs, and I'm like, okay, New England fell to me at the defense. I'm like, all right, this is
New
looking
England.
pretty good.
I was mad when you took New England. I was like, God damn it.
I hadn't
Oh,
gotten because Steamboat was getting New England everywhere I was.
Yeah, I saw that too.
And I'm like,
He
okay,
said
well,
he
that's
was
fine.
active
I'm just gonna
yesterday.
get the individual defensive players on New England, and then then we'll be all right in the Super Bowl or whatever. Shout out to Steamboat. I think he's fairly proficient at this playoff league stuff. I see
he
him at the
won.
top of the leaderboard.
He won 3 out of
Uh,
the 6 last year.
yeah, that's pretty
I,
impressive.
I came in second to 2 out of those 3 that he won. Throw it in my side.
Yeah. Well, this year I'm hoping to get a victory. I didn't get a victory last year, but I got a victory my first year. That was
Yeah,
pretty
you got
interesting.
a victory when we played for 100 too.
Yeah,
That was awesome.
yeah,
Winner
yeah,
takes all. Everyone was always with that.
yeah. And when you convinced me to join, I was like, yeah, I like the draft, and I think that season was like one of my best seasons,
Yeah,
money
and you
wise.
love the Brock and CMC. So and then you got CMC and then the Brock filled you too. So he was like he was in
Yeah,
there.
I had already made a bunch of money in the regular freaking fantasy
Come
season,
on,
and in
bro.
the
You know it's
playoffs,
you
I was
know it's
like,
real
that's
money
the
with
first
us.
time I've ever done that. That was fun.
Oh, that was the best ball year, huh?
Yeah, yeah, that was
Yeah,
the
you won
best
the
ball
best ball. You
year.
won a bunch of dynasties. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Then the fucking top it off with the play. Start off the year with the playoff league.
uh, yeah,
Yeah,
that
there
was
was
a
a
good
little there
season.
was a little streak there going like from 2020 to like 2023 when you joined. From then on, the first timers were winning this shit. It was fucking uncanny.
Yeah, I remember you were telling me that,
It
and I
was
almost
fucking insane.
that
Like,
that
okay,
didn't
who's
mean
gonna join
anything to
this?
me.
Who's our 7 this year that's gonna win it? Like it
I
literally
don't.
happened like
Yeah,
4 years in a row.
I don't really possess the confidence going into stuff that I've never done before like that. So
You,
I
you know what's
wasn't.
funny is I have the most fun doing shit like that because like
Yeah,
I like
absolutely.
just I'm
The
a dive in the
guillotine
deep end kind
leagues
of guy.
that
I don't
we
really do like
didn't
the
get off, that like we talked about it last stream, the guillotine league, man, everybody was kind of upset that we didn't get that one finished, but yeah,
right.
next season we're gonna get that one done.
Off
um
with their head.
yeah, that's gonna be a fun, hopefully we can get the whole gang in there,
Yeah.
and we can talk about it live for y'all,
I mean,
and
18. Think about this. We filled up, but you saw that list. like when I was just like the playoff leagues, like who's in that bunch
That
on
was
the
crazy.
list,
That was
right?
crazy.
Like that's usually how I go about everything because I actually know these people versus like, oh, I'm just going to the well, like, oh, who's interested? You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I like curating this thing. You know what I mean? So it's like when we had we had 22 out of those 32, or maybe even like 24 out of those 32 were really our people. You know what I mean? And then we had like Bernie brought in two of his guys, and Peacock brought his guy, and then his guy brought in another guy. And then, you know what I mean? There was things of that nature that happened. Yeah, so it was about like 27, 28 of the people were our people. You know what I mean? So it was easy to fill up a 32. Like next year, uh, 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 who was it? Everybody that didn't win but got into the playoffs, like, I'm back for sure. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so I can already guarantee there's half of these motherfuckers coming back, if that. You know what I mean? I might even be able to fill up a second one. On God. Like, we might have multiple world wars. You never know. Because see, here's the thing. When there's no
I'll
rank,
be in all of the wars. I like the 32
yes,
man setup.
they are they are fun. And like that's the only instance we'll do a third round reversal. You know what I mean? In a
In a
redraft.
redraft.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and I got a list already because we're at least gonna have 3 startups. You know, I might not go crazy like another like brand new 6, but at least 3 for sure. Because I got a list that can fill like 3 already. Because the list is full of people that want to do all 3. You know, like, I'm join all of them. Let's go. You know what I mean?
Sheesh.
Go to
I don't
fucking
know.
war.
I don't know if I can resist joining at least one, but I'm pretty content with the 4 I've got.
Yeah,
These things are
because they're fun to
built.
build. When we get years into it, that's when it gets really fun.
I
Like
just
that Gen
roll them.
Wealth, I don't think I've had picks at all from the jump street of that Gen Wealth, but I just lost the Super Bowl over there. But I'm not even tripping. I'm like, I got Navers next year coming back. I got a nice little squad. I got a little ragtag group over there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for anybody that doesn't play Dynasty, tuning in, it's fun. You should try it. If you're interested, chime in the chat. I guess that's the really the best way to get to us right now, and then we can contact you somehow and whatever.
In the next
How would
gen,
somebody how would like say somebody that hasn't talked to you about it, how would they be able to go about it?
Reach us on the socials, probably.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
that's still part of the yeah. You gotta. It's as easy as that. But you know, I promise you, the people that join, they've been rocking with us because that's kind of the
Well,
prerequisite.
I know
I don't
his
think anyone's ready to jump in with us until they've been rocking with us for a while
yeah.
anyway. Where they go, you know what, I need in on this. You know what I mean? And that you like Phil. I know Phil Owens. He's gonna join. I know he's gonna join one, if not all of them, because that guy gets down. That guy gets down. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
even like he got the Steamboat and the Spencer stamp of approval. They're like, oh no, he gets down in all the
no,
joints.
he
I'm like,
knows his shit. That's something about Phil
yeah,
I've known
and
for
I'm like,
6
good,
years.
because
Yeah,
see, that's part of the prerequisite too.
yeah.
Because when you have someone that's knowledgeable like that, and he's multifaceted, he plays in all the genres of the fantasy. You know what I'm saying? You know, this guy's not going anywhere too. You know what I mean? And like, you know what these type of individuals are looking for? A hub where there's money that goes in and it goes all the way out, and it's all legit. You know what I mean? People
We
love that aspect
we
Speaking
were
of
of our
talking.
life.
speaking
We
of
were
legit, man,
yeah.
let's shout out the chat. We got
Yeah.
King
Yeah.
D in the building,
What's up,
man.
King D? Top of the
He's
morning.
he's one of the juggernauts now.
Come on,
Um,
man. King D doesn't play. You feel
yo,
me?
we got
He get
fucking
down.
Dennis in the building.
What's up,
Got
Daddy?
clock management,
What's
Justin
up, big clock?
Lampkin.
TikTok. It clocks in the house.
Yeah, and then we got the Fun House, Adrian's Fun House.
What's up, Adrian's
Uh,
Funhouse? Yeah, sounds like
yeah,
it's fun
welcome
over
to the.
there.
Yeah, this next one's fun as shit.
Adrian!
Why should the Jaguars rebrand to the Cheetahs? Is this just somebody
I know
that
why.
doesn't?
Who calling me?
Oh, okay, Bogey.
Yeah, because they were rumored all year for stealing signals on defense from opposing offenses somehow, some way.
Oh, the Cheetahs. Oh, but the Cheaters.
Ah,
I
look
Yeah,
at
see
that's
it.
that
yeah,
pinpoint.
Okay,
exactly.
you kidda. Yeah, okay. Let's go. That's a good one, Prime. We got Mr.
Yeah, shout out to
Fulton
Emil.
Mraz.
I know, right?
Fulton Mraz. Okay, whatever.
Bolton Mraz. That
Are
sounds
you
like
troll?
a pro wrestler. And
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
introducing
Yeah, he's
Bolton
just trolling.
Mraz.
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy the
Off the top rope, Bolton Mraz.
I hope you
Sounds
have
like a
your
wrestling name.
American Idol tryout.
He broke him in half.
That's funny.
It's stupid.
Yeah, man. Happy Friday to everybody. You know what I mean? Look, you just listed off a gang of savages that we were just talking about. See,
Yeah.
they all fit the criteria.
They all
Oh.
fit criteria is right.
You know what I mean? And what's the most about what the most prerequisite is this motherfuckers is just good people. You know what I mean? Because I feel
Yes,
like
sir.
that's ultimately what we try to attract. You know what I mean? Because we don't tolerate like the trolls and all the extra bullshit. You know what I mean? We get right down to business. We're trying to get a bag. You feel me? Like we trying to get a bag out this shit. When we go to war, there's a pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. You feel me?
Shoot.
That's what something Phil Owen said. He goes, "Man, watching your show, you guys just go to war. Those leagues must be fun." I go, "You ain't lying, man.
Yeah,
They're
come
fun
on.
as
And
fuck."
now he's in.
Yes,
And
sir.
see, and that's another way. That's another way we've been expanding our competitive community. You know what I mean? The ones that go to war with us is that a guy who knows the guy, he gets brought in. Then this guy, and see, here's the thing: you can go from complete stranger to putting your money where your mouth is, and now you're a guy because that speaks for itself.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? Like we play in money leagues, so when people's boom come up, pay up, boom, then you win. You feel me? Like that's really just as easy as that. And here's another thing too with like a lot of the like I was gonna tell Phil, I was gonna be like, look, you know what I mean? Because Phil's a brand new guy in the dynasty, and the policies for the for majority of the individuals is, you know what I mean? Like you just pay 2 years up front. So that what we know, you know what I mean? This motherfucker is not doing the dash. Because and I've been fairly good at that we've compiled we have 9 of these dynasty leagues now. We have 8. We have 8 of these.
I think 8, yeah.
Yeah, and they're 100% attendance back every year. You know what I mean? So because that's what the dynasty is about, and then you get to actually build a community because motherfuckers. That's how you really get cool with motherfuckers going to war. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love when I'm like, yo, I'm filling up these playoff leagues. Who's in it? I'm like, everybody, the who's who. You know what I mean? Oh, okay. Because they get in there, they see like y'all ain't never met my boy
true.
E Stuff, but you see his name everywhere. You know what I mean? So everybody go, oh yeah, this is good. You know what I mean? You feel comfortable already. Like, oh, I've been going to war with these guys forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, if I wasn't on this show, that's how y'all would see me too. I mean, just the
Yeah,
same
as the
way.
name that we go to war with for years before I started. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See, and that's what I'm talking about because that's how dynasties are built.
The dynasty is it makes fantasy relevant all year, which if you're a fan of fantasy sports, that's what exactly you're looking for. I
Right.
didn't even really know it existed until probably
21.
5-6 years ago. Yeah. And then I joined. This was before the other channel was really even started.
Yeah.
That's right around the time I started Dynasty.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And that team
Yeah.
last season, finally, everything came together because Trevor Lawrence actually had a season.
Right.
I ran away from that league, and I don't know what happened to the team. And I think it did okay if they didn't destroy it completely.
I mean, I heard a lot of those dynasty leagues in its entirety are imploding.
That's what
I could believe that. That's a typical
Yeah.
dynasty, unfortunately. But around here, I feel like the dynasties that we've got started are.
Yeah, we got some
pretty
joints
solid.
that are going into year 3, and then we have a bunch of joints that are entering year 2, and we're gonna launch a handful of them again this year. And that's the thing is like I always told but I'll use my man East Up for example. I've known him forever. This is my guy. We made music together. I've known him since 2008-9 era. You know what I mean? This is my guy.
Mhm.
And I met him through music, and then that's what brought us close over the years. And now it's like one of my brothers for real. And we always played in fantasy together. And like, I would always try to get him into this, like for the longest. I'm talking about, look at this. He joined the TFL finally 2 years ago. The TFL's been going since 2019, right? The TFL, the only thing difference is it's like steroided up, all offense, and it's a super flex, and they're QB premium. So he never played in no super flex. I've been trying to get him in for years, never played no IDPs. He never did. All his leagues were kicker defense. You know what I mean? I won his league twice, and I lost it twice. And I remember I left 1 year because I was just, they never want to change anything. The last year I was there, I got him to go to PPR. You know what I mean? And it was just one of those things. So then I finally talked him into getting into the TFL. And then he's like, oh, Superflex is the shit. I'm like, I'm trying to tell you. Then he wins it the very next year, which was last year. And then, you know what I'm saying? Now, so then last year he was like, oh, I'm in everything now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get him all the dynasties, all the playoff leagues. Because I knowing him forever, I'm like, you're a degenerate, bro. Like, just come over here on this side.
The fun,
You know what I mean? Like, trust me. And then he brought in his other partners that we used to be in the league with us back in the days. Like, and I was like, yeah, let's go. Like, he's like, remember Jay Breeze? I'm like, yeah, I remember Jay Breeze, one of my arch nemesis. Bring him over. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, because Jay Breeze, it was the studio league. You know what I mean? And then like we had like, some fools had like some of their boys in it. And then like he was one of them. Like he wasn't from through the music. Jay Breeze was a coworker of Eastside Eric. But he get down. And that was one of those things like, oh, he gets down, okay, good. Because I don't want fish in our leagues. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
I don't want like, oh, this guy's he's kind of bad at fantasy, but he's willing to pay $200. Like, nah,
although
fuck that guy.
we've seen some fishy type of deals, and then shout out to Blake. Made it to the playoffs. Like, what did he get to the? Did he end up getting second or third this season?
Yeah.
Year after that, Jacobs
he lost the Super Bowl.
Yep.
He lost the Super Bowl this season. Oh well, yeah.
He went from. And look at that. Look at the Jen Wells. Sweetness went from worst to first. And
no way.
Blake almost did that too.
I didn't really remember Sweetness's team that well then.
Well, okay, look at this. Sweetness in 2000, he had
Bears.
Basically had the same team.
Got Bears, yeah.
He basically had the same team except for he added like Genty and like who else did he add? But he had
Money Gang. Did he add Money Gang?
No, Money Gang. That's a fornicator. That's his brother had him.
Okay.
The other Chicago guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he had a Derrick Henry, CMC, Drake May, Jared Goff, Luther Burton. Like Luther Burton was in his lineup against me. Like, you know what I mean? Like in the championship. Like he strung together his receivers. He had Devontae Smith, Justin Jefferson. Like, so that's kind of where his team went the year prior. You know what I mean? It was like
yes, the infamous Jax Falcone Peacock.
Yes.
He
tried to leave the league. We're like, you're not going anywhere.
What is this?
He's the only one person. Listen, I am very adamant about we would not allow co-managers to play. Jimbo is a hit man eventually. So I'm like, Jimbo wants one? Okay. He brings in Jax Falcone from the mob.
What was it?
The organization.
What's his name though? What's Tua's brother's name?
I don't know.
Layla.
Something it begins weird.
I think it's Tua and Tualela.
So you get Julia. Oh man, that was
Julia. There you go. That's what his name is.
He should have caught on to it. And shout out to our man, fucking Icon, because he took it like a man, and he owned up to the mistake, and it's an honest mistake. And but it was so obvious too, though. Like you have to be like deer
Icon took the screenshots
like,
too.
Tua for a third round or a second round, whatever it was. I can't remember what it was anymore. But I saw Tulia because when I first clicked on the,
I was on the phone with you.
Like,
remember that?
Oh, Tulia. That's funny.
I was on the phone with you, and you go, "Oh, we got trade action." I said, "Who?" And we were
third rounder for Tulia. Yep, that's funny. and the trade went through, and yeah, the rest is history.
Julia Gulia.
That's some crazy shit.
Gus Bus. You ever watch the Benchwarmers?
No, I ain't seen the bench warmers. Oh yeah,
Oh,
but that's where
bro.
the Gus Bus comes from. That's where
Dude, there's this freaking like scene where Rob Schneider's in the Pizza Hut and he's talking to the other coach and they're talking shit to each other, and the other guy's trying to bully Rob Schneider because he's like 4 foot nothing, and he he calls him a name.
He's half Filipino, bro.
Yeah, he calls him a name, and he's like, rebuttal was Gus Bus, and then like everybody like looked at him, were like, "What the fuck? Is that even an insult? What does that even mean?" So,
Hey, I never knew that the Gus Bus derived from something.
yeah, the Benchwarmers, great movie.
Okay.
I recommend you
I bet
watching
I bet
that.
it's on
I mean,
YouTube.
even
Watch
if
it.
you played a lick of baseball as a kid, it's definitely entertaining.
The Gus Bus.
Yeah.
Yeah. We were just talking about football movies yesterday. What was it? Little Giants, bruh. Remember that
Yeah.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're
Great
talking about
movie.
the motherfucker we got hit right in the little face mask. What is that shit called? The something of Puerto Rico? The exoneration of Puerto Rico? What are their plays?
I don't remember. I just remember as a kid it was a fun watch. I haven't revisited it in a long time. But yeah, there's uh the fucking the Honey I Shrunk Your Kids dad
Yeah.
as the coach.
That's
And
another
then
little
and then on
motherfucker
the
too.
other side, Al Bundy, it's like so fucking great, dude. You're like, dude, what? Like two classic like men that like you like as a kid you're watching and you're like, this is a fucking funny ass movie because you got this
It's
nerdy
a
ass
true
looking
underdog
guy.
story.
He's all like scientist, and to me, which resembles like a actual Mike McDaniel's, or like a goofy little
Yeah.
guy that's never
And Mike
ever gonna
McDaniel's is a
see the
little
football
fucker too.
field, and but they for sure know how to like draw up plays and be
Hey, you know
successful or
Mike
whatever.
McDaniel's went to Yale or some shit like that? He
Doesn't
went to an
surprise
Ivy.
me.
He went to an
What
Ivy League school.
what a situation to be in. You got released from the Miami Dolphins, somewhere that you were
What?
probably sick of working for, and then everybody
What?
else now wants to hire you. So shout out
Oh,
to
look
Mike
at that.
Daniels.
You know what? Fuck it. You ready, Lee?
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Fuck it. Let's tag him.
All righty. Good morning and happy Friday, y'all, you degenerates, and to all that are watching, happy fucking playoff weekend. Let's go. Ugh, let's go.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Well, we know Rashi's in the news again.
What?
Rashi
Why do they
Rice
take so
Kids
much
stay out of
joy in
trouble.
this shit?
That was
Oh, that's right. He's a chief. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's a
well.
queefer. He's
It's
a
Okay,
lifelong
go ahead.
queefer.
You
Pause.
we don't
Pause.
That was crazy.
Yeah,
He's
we
the
don't
queefer. Pause. That's pause.
we don't laugh at this
Hold
kind
on.
of
Yeah, we don't laugh at
behavior.
this type of behavior.
No,
But
we don't
I was
condone
like,
those
why
kind
is
of
he taking
elements.
so much extra? He always laughs at this shit, but it's like I was like, oh, that's right, because he's a chief. But yeah, let's try to be a little more sensitive to this shit because she is a
Well,
legend.
yeah, well,
She's
on this
alleging
channel, we
some
don't
serious
condone that
shit.
kind of behavior. That
Yeah.
we don't condone.
Go ahead, get to it, Lee. Go ahead.
Well, he's being accused of his ex-girlfriend of domestic assault from 8 years ago. That is continued but they're now supposedly broken up, and he's
Man,
now with
she's
some
just trying to shit on his name 8
influencers, I
years
guess.
ago.
Yeah, but
That's
the
ridiculous.
NFL said they will still investigate this with or without charges.
Yeah, because here's the thing. You remember Flash Gordon? And
Yep.
his shit was just drugs and shit.
Mhm.
And like, because once he started pissing dirty, then they were on him. And he was a known user, but they were on him about everything. Anything that he did, he was scrutinized because he was already go back and shit. Ricky Williams, go back to Ricky Williams. This just has to do with weed and things of that nature. See now, when you get these domestic joints, what was crazy about it is these days is like okay, they don't need the charges because this is they'll make it to where like, all right, this is a player conduct a policy violation. Player conduct policy violations, especially when he's probably on like some type of league probation too, being that he just got over some.
Yeah, he's still on that
got
probation
over
for the Texas
suspension.
thing. Yeah.
He just got over suspension for fucking, you know what I mean? Like Rasheed Rice is under the microscope. So like she even if she talking about some shit that goes back to 8 years ago, they can fuck him up off of this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, but he is the chief. I will tell you that much. The Chiefs, they're still NFL royalty, bro. And unfortunately, this is how they were able to try to get away with, like, you know what I mean, to sweep a lot of this under the rug. Like even him, the car wreck shit, bro. That shit was. It was a whole damn off season before they were like, you know what? Okay, suspend him. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like they was about to let this man play for real. I'm just saying.
Yeah, well, the Dolphins this morning are hiring Packers VP of Player Personnel John Eric Sullivan as their new general manager.
John Eric Sullivan.
Yeah, he came from the
Green Bay.
And I believe I saw now what is it? The Green Bay will get a third-round pick the next 2 years because of his position. When they fill that, they get 2 third-round picks 2 years in a row. Because the Chargers were, the Dolphins were looking at the guy from the Chargers. His name is, I think it's Chamberlain, and that's the case because I guess the VP role that they have in the league, you get a third-round pick 1 year and the year after. I was like, what the fuck? But no, but also
yeah, because you're taking maybe maybe are they minorities? Because a lot of times you get different type of picks. You get like when we got poached for Mike McDaniels, we got compensatory picks or some kind of picks. What do they call it? Fuck, there's a name for it. Supplementary picks.
Supplementary picks. Supplementary comp picks, I think they're called, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, something like that. But
well, the Bills and the Packers are 2 playoff teams that people around the league are eyeing as potential suitors for John Harbaugh, says Pro Football Talks. Some people think Matt LaFleur needs to win this week to keep his job.
Even though since he's got the job in 2019, he is literally the most winningest coach.
Yeah, that's true.
This is insane. Like I think he's like look at their record going back to 2019. Like
they've been in the playoffs every single fucking year,
except for one.
Except for one.
Except for one, that was Rodgers last year.
Yeah.
What you were looking for is compensatory.
Yes.
Compensatory. There you go. I was gonna say I did say compensatory, but then it didn't sound right because I always thought that was like whenever you have a certain pick that can move up or down depending on the outcome.
It definitely doesn't sound right, so no problem about you second guessing it. But yeah, compensatory.
Yeah.
Well, Lions GM Brad Holmes came out late last night and said that running back David Montgomery could be moved on from this offseason. They think he needs a fresh start someplace else. That's what Brad Holmes thinks.
He's also a 29-year-old running back that's a bruiser, so it's like, you know what I mean? He's just probably gonna move on from him now.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a hometown discount or home team discount.
Nah, and this is kind of crazy. Dolphins Tyreek Hill put out a little blurb this morning. Says he could possibly end up with the Chiefs next season.
Says who? Him?
Yeah, that's what he says. That's what he says. Yes, sir.
Because they don't have a lack of speed over there.
No, they have plenty of it.
And then it's like, yeah, he could end up over there when they cut him. You know what I mean? Like, no one's going to trade for him.
Exactly. Well, coming out this morning, John Harbaugh news is Tony Grossi has found out what John Harbaugh's requirements are to be interested in a next head coaching job. He's seeking $20 million per year, $10 million staff budget, total authority over the roster and
It's
would
20
like
million?
to select. Yeah, he wants $20 million per year, $10 million for staff budget, and total authority over the roster, and would like to select his own GM.
And I would request 3 PB touches from your wife. Okay, 2 PB touches. Okay, 1 PB touch.
Now I don't know what teams that would be.
Hey, he has some list of demandments for real though.
You don't mess with us, Ohan.
Yes. Okay. 1.5 PB touch. Prepare for the foot uppercut.
I don't know what team. Oh, I'm not saying what teams are out there, but what when
I mean, every team. JD was just pointing this out last night. Like, there probably won't be too many hirings until John Harbaugh first, because I mean that's the domino.
Yeah, I think that.
I mean, I feel like Carolina could get if some crazy reason they had a shot at John Harbaugh. I feel like they would move on from Canales.
Who's ready to win? That needs a coach. Odd question.
Yeah, it's a good question though. Because like when they said like part of one of the blurbs that Lee put in there earlier, they were talking about Dolphins interested in John Harbaugh. I'm like, I don't think John Harbaugh's interested in the Dolphins though. You know what I mean? And then like Buffalo, it's like, would you fire Sean McDermott because it would be like, oh, you can't get over the hump, so then you could go and bring in John Harbaugh, like. You know, another guy who, but at least he has gone over the hump and conquered the mountain at one. And like, I guess it's sad to say his illustrious career over there in Baltimore is like 18 years. Oh, but he only got to 1 Super Bowl. It's like, well, no, but that's awesome. You know what I mean? He won it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But I guess, you know, time's got to move on. They're going to choose the quarterback in this instance, and they did. You know what I mean? And
I guess John Harbaugh says he will not start interviews till next week, so we shall see.
Is Mike Vrabel like an oddity in terms of like being a coach new to a team and then going from like worst to first?
No, because I think because look at this, Mike Vrabel. He played for Belichick, but he's not a Belichickian coaching tree. No. He's not from that. He's not a coach from the Belichickian tree, right? And like, because you look at the Belichickian tree, they get a bad rap elsewhere outside of New England with Belichick back in those days, right? So it's like, but he came up under Romeo Crennel, and then I want to say Peacock's backstage. I think he after 1 year after Romeo Crennel, he was the DC for Houston. Then he parlayed that into the Tennessee job. He immediately turned Tennessee around that year.
You know what I mean? Well, we'll just say that he was captain of a defense that won 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, and then look at DeMeco Ryans. He was the modern example of like the former player coach, but that actually played for this team, and he turns the Texans around.
All right, I got Vrabel Mike Vrabel.
Hold on. Vrabel did the same thing with New England right now. Former players for that team, you know what I mean? Aaron Glenn, he's the former Jet. They tried that was their version of it, you know what I mean? And we're yet to see, you know, the jury's still out on that, right? But this is it's a copycat league, and when it works, people are going to consider it. Plus, when you look at Robert Kraft, he's kind of on his Jerry Jones where he wants to keep rebuilding what they've had. So he's just ever since life after Belichick, he's bringing, you know, it was Gerard Mayo, you know, former guy. Then now it's Vrabel, and he brought back Josh McDaniels too. Underneath him.
Well, Bogey, you were correct. He was the Texans from 2014 to 16 as the linebackers coach, and then the Texans at 2017 he was the DC.
Yeah. So I guess you could say he is part of the Belichickian coaching tree because he was up under Romeo Crennel. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who he played under in New England. You know what I mean?
That's true. But
see, that's dope. Those are very, very small examples. Like it's still rare. You know what I mean? But it was dope because I mean, shit. Look, even what he did with Tennessee, he took one look at Mariota. It was like, we're gonna get a short look at you. You got 2 weeks, kid. And then they was like, it wasn't even an injury. He just benched them and puts in Tannehill, and then they go to the AFC title game.
Yeah, well, everything I've been seeing since Harbaugh was fired is Miami and the Giants are the two teams that have popped up the most lately.
Okay, look, this is gonna sound crazy, but I thought of this yesterday when on the show, and I'm gonna say it again because yesterday I phrased it as super unrealistic. But if in the event that John Harbaugh is interested even to humor that job over there in Miami, they will trade for Lamar, bruh. Because Lamar, the rumors was Lamar wants to get traded to Miami so he can play for his home team. And then the next week, they fired John Harbaugh.
Yep.
I'm just saying, that's the bogey version.
And
super unrealistic.
And Jesse Minter's name has come up for the Ravens head coaching job, as has Brian Flores. And he has an interview.
What are the Ravens known for?
Defense.
There you go. So, they're probably going to go. That's probably the identity they're going to try to go back to. So, I feel like that's going to influence their next hire. You know what I mean? Because their defense hasn't been it the last 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And I mean, look at Wink Martindale or Mark Wink Martindale.
Wink Martindale.
That dude, he was their DC. The moment they were bad on defense, boom, they had no tolerance. They got rid of him, and then it was fucking Mike McDaniels. Then he parlayed that to the Seattle job 2 years ago. So since he left, they've been shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So the Ravens are set to.
I think John Harbaugh, he made his bones coming up through special teams, before he became a head coach. If I remember correctly, when I went down the John Harbaugh rabbit hole back in the days. But so you know what I mean? He's not necessarily. I mean. When you think of Belichick, right? He's defensive minded initially, right? But then he's still what I would consider the epitome of a good head coach, right? You know what I mean? You have Shanahan. He's the leader of the play calling head coaches because they're offensive minded and they're finna call the plays. You know what I mean? You know who's the original of that? Andy Reid. You know what I mean? So it's you have all these examples of different style of coaching. But what's crazy is still the defense wins championships. Look at the ones who won the most. But it's usually the better defenses, not like the number one offenses. They don't always. Sean McVay, he was number one offense the first time he going up against the number one defense when he lost his first Super Bowl. You know what I mean? We see Peyton Manning them in 2013, number one offense. They go up against Seattle, the number one defense. I'm scared of people that's playing the Texans, bro. Shout out to the fellow. He has Pittsburgh moving forward because he's continuing the story. See, for me, because that's what we've been calling Aaron Rodgers this year. He's the story. I just think the story ends this week for him. It was a good story.
Well, the Ravens have an interview set up with Brian Flores today, and Sunday they're interviewing Matt Nagy.
That Brian Flores hire would be the hire.
Now, also, Bill Belichick's name has been thrown out there, too.
That would be fun because this is now coming full circle because he was the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, his favorite team growing up, by the way. You know what I mean? And he always said, I want to save, one day I'm going to coach for the Browns. I'm going to save that fucking franchise. This was Belichick's childhood dream because he wanted to restore the greatness of Jim Brown and Otto Graham and prior to that. And that was his favorite coach growing up and all this shit. He loved Cleveland. He got his chance and he's getting them into the playoffs. Then they move the franchise to Baltimore and they take everyone except him. It was like a diabolical scheme. Fucking Ozzie Newsome, who was up underneath Belichick, learned the whole Belichick way of how to draft and how to build a board and all that shit. And he took that shit. He took that shit and he went to Baltimore. You know what I mean? And Nick Saban and Belichick got shafted. And then the rest is history. They went on to win a Super Bowl a couple years later. But that first draft, they took Ray Lewis. And now Ray Lewis was on Belichick's big board, as legend has it. So I'm just saying, this would come full circle if he actually took the Baltimore Ravens job. It would come full circle.
Well,
that would be amazing.
Mike Tomlin has been mulling a break, taking a break from coaching for a TV job, possibly.
You know what I think is good about?
What, is
Remember
he a
didn't Jake
TV
Vermeil do that?
personality? I guess we don't really know him because all we know is his straightforward
Exactly.
interviews. And you're like, what kind of personality would he be behind the mic during a football game? That is a good question.
I
Well,
mean,
the
like,
right-
And we know
you ever
after a
seen him in a
football
post
game or
game?
before a football game, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
Yeah,
the
after
Raiders
and
are
before,
interviewing.
for sure. We know
Yeah.
what it's
Bro,
about.
Mike Tomlin, after a game, he gets on that podium, right? And he lays it all out before anyone, just to eliminate most of the dumb questions. So he's gotta,
Yeah.
say they lost. We played bad. We couldn't stop the run. We need to do better at that. We were giving up chunk plays. We were 7 of 8 on third downs. We need to convert. We need to do better. We were good there. He just lays it all
We call
out.
it straight
Then he
to the
goes,
point.
okay, questions. And then
Yeah.
and then when they ask the question, he gets snarky. I already said it. I already answered your question. Like, you know what I mean? He said, Mike Tomlin, he has it's just like Belichick. Belichick come there, be like monotone as fuck. But you see them off the gym, especially Belichick, you're like, oh, Belichick's cool. He's awesome. Like when you see him like talking about football outside of like addressing the media, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, oh, this guy is fucking like an encyclopedia.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
like,
he can talk about football forever.
Yeah,
I
well,
know he
the
probably
And
does talk
I'm
about
sure
football.
Mike Tomlin would, like, okay, I remember Tom Brady at first. Actually, I still can't stand Tom Brady's commentary, but like, for example, Tony Romo. I hated Tony Romo, but as a fucking commentator, he's awesome. Also, I think he's drunk all the time.
Well, the Raiders
That's
and
okay.
the Raiders and the Card.
They say he's on the sauce. That's like the rumor. Is that like,
Yeah.
Hey, if he needs to take a shot here and there before, like the camera
hey,
gets
Jim.
alive, who
Hey,
cares, man? I haven't seen him be obnoxious or anything. He's
he's
just
like
like
Jimmy
everybody
Fallon.
else. He says awkward football
Hey,
things,
I
and
heard
it
Jimmy
sounds
Fallon was
really,
heavy on
really
the sauce.
weird.
Yeah.
The awkwardness of football and the way you describe the game is not. It's not for the faint of heart. You're like,
Hey, camera,
do we really
Killer
want to
Cam and
do the
Mace, they
tush
should be
push?
pausing everything. He'd be like,
And
pause, long snapper.
Oh man, long snapper. I've never even looked at long snapper that way. Now I'm like, now I gotta
legit.
question everything. Center, guard, and tackle. I'm sure there's some way we
You
can
gotta get under
twist
center.
those.
Hey, you know what's funny is like, I remember
We can
Aaron
make a
Rodgers. He
pause
was
out
like,
of these things.
Aaron Rodgers was talking about playing in Seattle one time, right? He was like, Seattle's it's blistering loud, so it's like deafening. He's like, even to the point, you might even some of them got just earplugs on because it's all signals at this point, right? And he's like, I'll get up under center and give a little tickle on his cheek. Boom. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do, right? Listen, I can't hear you, so go ahead and tickle my ass.
Oh my goodness. Hey, I didn't say in. I said
as soon as I tickle you on that right cheek, if I tickle you on the right cheek, that means on two.
Oh man. Well, the Raiders
that's
have an
I don't know.
interview with Stefanski today.
This is basically how you're when you're under center, like that's how it is, man. It's not
crazy.
It's not a
Silent
comfortable
count.
thing.
What's up,
We got a
Albert?
silent count. When I pinch you in the right cheek.
What's up, Albert?
What's up, Albert? Albert's like, what the fuck is going on here?
Yeah, it's the crazy shit.
Pause.
Well, the Raiders and the Cardinals have meetings lined up with Stefanski and Matt Nagy today for their head coaching gigs.
Okay, if you get Stefanski over there, the first thing. Who's the other one? Stefanski and who?
Stefanski and Matt Nagy both have interviews with the Cardinals and the Raiders.
It's going to start with that offensive line no matter what. But we would be excited for Stefanski. I mean, for Genti if it's Stefanski, and for Brock Bowers, because like that Stefanski system is like not really having a number one wide receiver at all, and everything goes through the tight ends and the running backs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, the
You know, I'm
Bucks fired their offensive
speaking from a
coordinator.
fantasy perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The
If
Bucks
it's
fired
Matt
their.
Nagy, it's going to be horrible.
Oh, for sure.
It'll be good for the running backs, though, because he would, at heart, Matt Nagy feeds one guy. Pause.
Well, the Bucks fired their offensive coordinator, Josh Grizzard. So that was done yet.
Oh,
a
hold
couple
on,
days
hell of
ago.
a name. Josh
Yes.
Grizzard.
Grizzard, yeah. It's Grizzard.
It's like Grizzly and
Wizard.
Wizard put together.
You know
I
shit,
was
right?
thinking Blizzard, but yeah.
Oh,
Grizzly.
Blizzard and
Yeah.
Grizzly?
No, I like yours way better. Wizard
No.
and
Gizzard.
Grizzly. Yeah.
Now
Yeah,
the Lions.
Grizzard and Wizard. He's the Grizzly Wizard.
Yeah.
Well,
Now
that's from the days when you would like name
No,
yourself
you know,
after
it's
your
like gonna be a
occupation.
grizzly bear with a wizard hat and a fucking
Yes.
wand, and he's doing like the spell or whatever
Yes.
wizards do.
Because that's how names derived. You know, it might have been your occupation. You know, like you're a blacksmith.
Honestly,
Your last name was
I found
blacksmith.
out that some of the like the actual Japanese letterings, like
Mhm.
when you look at them and you see the way that they're drawn out, that when you learn what they mean, it's very vaguely like similar to what it looks like especially when it comes to the human actions.
Oh, so it's like if
Yeah.
it was like a wave, it might be like a symbol that looked like it's waving or something.
Something like that, yeah. I'm not gonna pretend to know anything, but yeah, that's there was a
Are you aware
couple
of John-
examples, just
you
like
aware of John
like
Cena?
a person. Yeah.
Mm.
I don't
So-
know. I was not watching wrestling. I
At
was
one
way
point, well,
before
see,
Cena.
I stopped watching wrestling decades ago, but look at this.
Yeah.
And no offense to wrestling, I just got out of it, you know, because
Yeah, it's so
wrestling's still badass.
operating.
But like he what was it? That they were expanding like to China and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like back in like 2010, and so he just took upon himself like take initiative, like okay, I can be the representative that you send out there routinely. You know what I mean? And then he went on a 10-year mission to learn Mandarin. Like basically, and he learned how to speak Chinese, right? and he got good, like enough to like talk and like go on shows and stuff like that. But then one time he was on a broadcast and he was reading shit off the teleprompter, which is like it's like letters / like it's like English / Mandarin, so to speak, like for him to read, you know what I mean, to know, right? But it said, but when he was reading, he's saying something about Taiwan. And he said, and the country of Taiwan. He was like promoting where they're going to be going in Asia, the WWE, right? But he said something about and the country of Taiwan. But he said it in like the language, and China was so mad at him because they're like, that's not a country. They were like, they made him apologize and shit in Chinese, like he had to come back out. Then Americans got on his ass like, oh, you let them, you just bow down to them, apologize. Like so, he was just like getting tore up. But I was like, wow. He learned Chinese. That's the only thing I can get over. Like, that's just very difficult. You know what I mean?
Well,
Yeah, I'm no linguist. I struggle at learning language. It's very.
Yeah. The Atlanta Falcons restructured
you gotta be
quarterback
dedicated.
Kirk Cousins' contract, making him likely a June 1st cut.
Who's that?
Kirk Cousins. They restructured his deal so they can make him a June
and he's
1st
going
cut.
back to the Vikings, baby.
Yes, sir.
He's going back.
And last night, the Lions reached out and contacted Mike McDaniel about their OC vacancy.
Mike McDaniel. Where's this at?
The Lions.
That would be badass. You know what's crazy? You know what's hella fucked up is the post game week 18, and they're talking to Dan Campbell, and Dan Campbell's a very emotional guy. Like he's not gonna Dan Campbell has plenty of times have cried out of joy and pain on that podium. You know what I mean? And so he's on there, and it's just kind of like he's like a defeated like vibe. He's like, well, at least this time last year, this time last year, obviously the feeling is different, but he's like, at least I don't have to worry about like losing my one of my coordinators, or in this case, my play caller. And then a couple days later, they fired the OC. I was like, what the fuck? Like he was just talking about how he's glad that they're not gonna get. But if they got a shot at Mike McDaniels, though,
yeah,
because then it's like awesome for the Gibbs, And like, it's probably going to be all the Gibbs because now let's play this game. Say you bring in a Mike McDaniels to Detroit, and then for fantasy purposes, and then now you got no what's his name, David Montgomery, and the ideology for Mike McDaniels is we're going to feed this one guy. You know what I mean?
Yep.
You know what I mean? He, even though the fucking Achane was a little guy, that was one thing I refused to fuck with Achane. But I'm like, damn, they give him all the work for a little fucker. Even the work on the ground. You know what I mean? This is Mike McDaniels. So it's like, you know what I mean? We'll get Gibbs, and he'll be like, far and away, should be the number one pick at running back. And, you know what I'm saying? Even in Dynasty, in my opinion, he should be the first one off the board. Like,
Bill Belichick said the worst mistake he made was passing on the Ravens' Lamar Jackson while he was in New England. That's what he calls his biggest mistake in New England was passing on Lamar.
He's putting little not so obvious breadcrumbs, right? They're like loaves of bread. He's just like on his way back to Baltimore to come full circle.
Brutality.
Yeah.
I mean, think about that. We were just talking about why for the life of me, I kept saying they're not going to fire John Harbaugh. Why would they? Who else is out there? And it's like, then they fire him. It's like, well, I guess he never could get him over the hump again, even though he did at one point, but he hasn't within this Lamar era. But then it's like, who, you know, maybe Bill Belichick's answer? Question mark. I don't know. See, as much as I love Bill Belichick, I still want to see how it will work out for him in this. You know what I mean? With another go around. You know what I mean? He did fall off hard there after. Look at this. He when he lost Brady, we were in the height of like the mobile QB era. You know, you had Josh Allen, you had fucking Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? Even for what it's worth, Patrick Mahomes would use his legs. You know what I mean? Like, so to fight fire with fire, he brought in Cam Newton.
All right.
Remember that?
Song just put that Steamboat has 8 minutes left. I'm going to text him right now.
Yeah, let him know. We were back at war. But yeah, Belichick, that's, you know what I mean? It'll be a cool story. Like I said, man, coming all the way back. Now he's with the team that canned him.
Now, 3 players declared for the draft yesterday. Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate, Ohio State linebacker Arvell Reese, and Alabama offensive lineman Caden Proctor. All 3 declared.
Bum.
The draft. Yeah. Clock says Seattle's biggest mistake was passing on the Patriots. Sir.
That's funny. I know, like, and think about that. You run it in with beast mode, then you have 2 years in a row that Seattle would have won it, and Russ wouldn't have been the MVP. And that's what they were trying to do. They wanted him to be the hero. Like, yeah. Pete Carroll's like, yeah. And it was funny because, like, when they throws the pick, and then they're walking out the field, Pete Carroll, he yells out, no! And he drops to his knees, and the fucking headset is off. And when he gets up and he's walking, he's so in disbelief, and he's walking, he's dragging the fucking, because, you know, the NFL film shit, you know, it's like a movie. You know what I mean? They shoot the shit is super legit. He's just dragging the fucking the headphone set, and then Russell Wilson comes up and says, well, what happened there? He's like, what do you mean what happened there? You threw a pick, motherfucker. And then Beast Mode, he just walks by, and you just see him pass by in the background. He's looking their way. He's just shaking his head. Like, you stupid motherfuckers, I done ran you all the way down there, and you want to throw the fucking the quick out to the tight end and shit. I think they're trying to go to like Luke Wilson or something like that. Whatever his name was. Fuck you going to Luke Wilson right there. And then meanwhile, Belichick, he's on the sideline going like this. Like, you know what I mean? I guess that's like signals like big, you know, big package up front, you know what I mean? And then, but it was Malcolm Butler, man. It was just all with the rookie all week, just studying the film. And in practice, he said they've been known to go for that fucking, damn, what was it? I can't remember. Was it a slant? It was like a quick out for sure, though. To the tight end, and that fool jumped that route. He saw that shit. Tom Brady got the MVP, and they gave you a truck back then. I don't know if they still do that. Anyways, he gave the truck to Malcolm Butler. Look at that. So here you go, kid. Then they get back to the Super Bowl. What was it? The next year? No, 2 years later.
2 years later, I think.
2 years later, they get back to it. They win it again. Then they get back to it again in 2017 against the Eagles, and he benches Malcolm Butler. I think he came late or something like that to practice. The fuck? Benched his ass. Don't fuck with Belichick, man. He ain't playing.
Yeah.
What else you got for us, Lee?
That's basically all I got.
There it is. Somebody hit his drop.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm just going to start working on my questions for Mark for this weekend.
There you go.
Yeah.
I got a question from the chat. Shout out to Rod28X. What up, bro?
What's up, Rod?
How you feeling about going against the Eagles?
Like shit. We're down. Our starting linebackers are probably going to be Eric Kendricks and like Curtis Robinson.
And Kaiser White, probably, right?
I mean, we just signed Kaiser White.
I doubt he starts.
Yeah,
maybe
like
get some plays in.
Maybe he gets a little bit in there, but like, you know, this is like this. It's just how bad we're banged up at the position that we had to go. I don't even know if he was elevated yet, but he's definitely signed to the practice squad. But yeah, and you know, here comes Saquon, who's had like maybe a handful of big runs this year. He's really had like a shitty year for Saquon standards. But like, this is the playoffs now, and that's their best bet to keep win time of possession, keep us off the field. But like, if we can get scoring and scoring a lot fast, you know what I mean? Because Eagles, they ain't really been a bang down the field like score quick team. You know what I mean? They're a team they want to own. They're trying to own that clock. But see, that's the problem too. It's like it's been more of some dink and dunk shit. They haven't been doing it with Saquon. But, you know, this is a matchup though. I mean, we just got ran all over by Seattle. That kind of was like a precursor for me. Like, man, this is gonna be tough. I was really hoping we was gonna play Carolina. You know what I mean? And as the football gods had it. But yeah, I mean, you know, I have super low expectations, and that's kind of the kind of Niner fan I am.
Yeah, Rod says maybe the 49ers can dial some stuff up on defense. Clock saying I heard the Seahawks have voodoo dolls of the entire 49ers 53-man roster for the last 10 seasons.
Yeah.
I sent you Bogart. I don't know if you saw
Darnold came through with a bunch of hair from everyone from the locker room a couple years ago.
I was going to say, I sent you a thing on Instagram to 2 of your accounts. I don't know if you saw it, but there's an electrical field, like a plant right next to the stadium. And during like peak hours when the team is practicing, like that thing is setting off high magnitudes of like an electrical magnetic field, which over time could weaken ligaments and muscles in players. So that's probably, it could be
this company?
It could be a
Is
reason
it a
why.
Seattle-based company?
It's right on your practice field there in California for some reason, like literally.
Yeah, and the
across.
practice field is right by the stadium too.
Yeah, and it's right next to or connected to basically.
There's all these businesses right there.
The weight rooms and all the facilities that the players use constantly. So check that out.
If it's not giving us special powers, then I don't like it.
Yeah, no, it's doing the opposite apparently. I sent it to you on.
This is why George Brittle. This is why he's been George Brittle.
Yeah, and there's some crazy statistical evidence to back it up, and there's some research that was done into it by the guy who posted the thing.
I definitely hadn't seen that yet, but yeah, okay, I have to peep that.
Yeah, let me see if I can find it. I think
Conspiracy.
Definite conspiracy.
I guess Todd Monken about an hour ago came out and took blame.
He said that he will not be returning to Baltimore.
Yeah, he says he didn't coach Lamar well enough. I didn't have a good of a relationship as I could have. I believe that. Yeah, he's not expected to return.
Let's see where that evil laugh. Yeah, I sent it to you Wednesday.
Okay.
This is why they keep getting injured.
This is insane.
So let me read.
I'm
Let me
really
read.
upset about this.
The San Francisco 49ers are statistically the most injured team in the NFL over the past decade. Since moving to Levi's Stadium in 2014, top 5 in adjusted games lost for 10 of 11 seasons, 7 of 8 full Achilles patellar ruptures. League average is 2 to 3. So that's crazy. They have 40 plus major hamstring or calf tears, high ankle syndesmosis injuries every single year. No other franchise comes close. None of the usual explanations, turf, scheme, bad luck hold up. Only one variable is unique, and the players know it in their guts. In early 2025, retired guard John Feliciano let it slip. Players have joked about there being an electrical substation right next to the practice field and how that has led to Niners injuries problems. I went to the 49ers practice fields. I went to the 49ers practice fields with a Gauss meter. This is the guy who posted it at 11 a.m. on a quiet Monday at well below peak load, and it reached 8.5 plus milligauss at the far edge of each field, corners of the field. Inside the facilities, the weight room, film room, recovery areas, potentially 10 to 25 milligrams, spiking higher during peak grid demand. The typical background exposure is 0.5 to 3, so it's like a gajillion times higher. Chronic ELF exposure is degrading the collagen integrity in the player's tendons, ligaments, and muscle tendon junctions.
Oh, wow.
Subtle until a routine cut or block ends in a catastrophic rupture. The injury pattern matches the biological of prolonged ELF exposure, documented in peer-reviewed research.
Nick Bosa just had his second ACL this year.
Clock says, I did a bunch of research to this too. The Niners have missed more than double the games than the next closest team. Yeah, you have a electrical substation blasting off, emitting electrical signals.
Here's what's
at
crazy.
Peaks.
I wonder how long that substation has been there, because
10 years. Well, the team has been there for 10 years. I don't know how long the substation's been there.
Yeah, well, because here's the thing. So that practice facility, that's always been there. Like next to Great America, the theme park, and way before the stadium. Ironically, when they went from Candlestick and built the stadium, it was right there, right next to their practice field. You know what I mean? In the same like fucking general area. So like the practice
Oh
field.
shit, I didn't see that one, Clock. I rarely check my messenger. Sorry. He said he sent me that same story on Facebook.
Mm-hmm. I know. Peacock sends me a bunch of shit on Instagram, and then like once a week, I'll go in there and I'll fuck with all of it, because I just like laugh at shit. I'm like, oh, it's like a week ago.
Yeah, the one right before that I sent you.
I'm like, I totally would have laughed in real time.
The one I sent you before that was, remember in the late 90s when No Limit had those like gold-plated pennants you could put on your chain or whatever?
Yeah.
I sent you a post about that because I really wanted
Yeah,
one of those.
hell yeah. I had one of those as a kid. They used to sell the No Limit chains everywhere. Yes, that's badass.
Word. All right, cool deal.
Yeah. Well, shit, we can get up out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll hit the lunch hour here. It's lunch hour here in Central Time, Texas. Everybody else who rocked with us this morning, appreciate you guys. Thanks for stopping in and checking out the GWN with our weekly show, our twice weekly, our bi-weekly show that we do here, Wake Your Game Up. And we're giving you all the latest in the news, injuries, updates for the playoff schedule.
And be on the alert for the Houston Huddle. I guess we got uncommon today.
I was getting there. After this show, we'll be doing the H-Town Huddle later on this afternoon, probably before I get out of work. It's been a little slow. I'm going to take my lunch hour to knock that out. So you guys stay tuned. I'll be back probably in about an hour or two after I grub real quick. With about a 40-ish minute long show, probably something about that range. And we'll talk about the playoff matchups with the Pittsburgh Steelers coming up Monday night.
Yeah.
Cool deal. Yeah, that'll be our show for later today. And then stick around over the weekend. Of course, we'll be doing a bunch of live watch parties coverage, stuff like that over the playoffs. We will break down the Chargers matchup on the Power Hour, I believe, Sunday morning. So stay tuned, everybody. Make sure you're hitting the like, the subscribe. Make sure you're checking out neonpeacockmerch.com. Big news with neonpeacockmerch.com coming soon, guys. We will be, the domain name will stay the same, but we're going with a whole new website and a whole new distributor. That way we can get more products to you, such as polos, things that people have been asking for. So
Oh, badass.
That's
bit more
cool.
work.
Congrats, Peacock.
a little bit more work for me on the back end, but we'll get it going, baby. This is what we're talking about here. This is
This is
what we plan to
bad.
do.
This is badass.
Yeah, so I will be trying to run sales probably like once a month. It won't be happening as frequently as they were on the other site, but the quality of products will be carrying Nike, Carhartt, Adidas, things of that nature. So you guys can order the top creme de la creme as far as the products go.
Nice.
Sick.
Yes, sir. All right.
Oh,
On
this
that
is
note,
exciting.
everybody, appreciate everybody for hanging out with us this morning. Any closing remarks from the crew?
No. Looking forward to your huddle.
You already know. Stay tapped in and peep that Houston huddle because it's going down. Playoff football, man. We ain't playing.
We are not playing. I'm going to give you guys a bunch of betting breakdowns, a bunch of PFF stats, a lot of stuff from ESPN. Bring in the analytics and the data with a little bit of that flash and flare, and then of course I'll finish off the show with my score prediction, and we'll get to it. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. We'll catch you guys on the next one.
Man, watch out. Look out, bruh. Watch out. The fuck out. Man, watch out. Not the one to fuck with. I'll up it, I'll draw down. End of discussion. I'll push a button, get the bus and lay y'all out. Man, look out. Guess who got the jug now? I'm just trying to do my thing. Every time I do my thing, I pack that thing. That thing. All of that ring make it sing. Hey, what you real want, get into? We can bang, 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 John with a spoon. Hey, 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 we living proof. Jewels hella wet like a swimming pool. Cover